One of the most prestigious and respected careers in the country is to join the defense forces. Youngsters can fulfill all their professional expectations by choosing a career of challenges, excitement, adventure as an officer in defense. Armed forces in our country consist of mainly the Indian Army, the Indian Navy, and the Indian Air Force. Indian Army is the third largest in the world, Indian Navy the fourth largest, and Indian Air Force is the seventh largest in the world. All of these three ensure national security and national unity to defend nation from external aggression and internal threats, and they maintain peace and security in our borders. All three also conduct various humanitarian operations during various natural and man-made calamities. You, being the youngest, are the most required indomitable element of these armed forces. But you need to prove your worth to be a part of these prestigious forces that they not only give you abundant life but can give you an attitude to appreciate the most little things in life. So let us begin with understanding about what is actually the Combined Defense Services Examination, which is one among those various other ways in which you can join the Indian Armed Forces. So we shall start with this particular motivation and we will move with a clear forward exertion. Before beginning, we must understand about what is actually the Defense Services Examination about, and by writing and qualifying the CDS examination and the further tests, what all academies can be joined. So after qualifying in the CDS examination, your name will be shortlisted in 4 important various academies based upon your important marks. So your name might be shortlisted for the Air Force Academy of Hyderabad, or the Indian Military Academy of Dehradun, or the Indian Naval Academy of Azimala, or the Officers Training Academy of Chennai. The Indian Military Academy, the Indian Naval Academy, and the Air Force Academy are the 3 academies that provide the permanent commission to the officers in the Indian Armed Forces, whereas the OTA Chennai will provide a short service commission to both male and female candidates. Now we shall understand about all of these particular academies in much more detail, their motivation, what do they provide to you, and how can you excel in your life further by going through all of these important academies. Let us begin with understanding about the Indian Military Academy. Indian Military Academy is an officers training academy of Indian Army that is located in Dehradun in Uttarakhand. Please remember, this particular academy is located in Dehradun in Uttarakhand, and IMA was established in the year of 1932 following a recommendation by a military committee which was set up under the chairmanship of Field Marshal Philip Shetwood. Field Marshal Philip Shetwood was that particular person under which he chaired that particular committee, and they decided to establish IMA, and that is the reason why the original and the main building of IMA is even today called as a Shetwood building. Cadets here in IMA will undergo a training course varying between 3 to 16 months depending on their entry criteria. So if you are joining through the CDS, your entry would be here and you will be trained here for a period of about 16 months, and that you have to remember. IMA's colors include blood red and steel grey, and the motto of IMA is Veerata or Vivek. If you translate this particular words in English, they translate to as valor and wisdom. So the motto of IMA is valor and wisdom, and they carry their mission as to train future military leaders of the Indian Army and go hand in hand with the character building enshrined in the IMA Honor Code, Warrior Code, and motto. Cadets at IMA take part in variety of sports, adventure activities, physical training, a lot of drills, weapon training, and leadership development activities. So if you are a part of IMA, you will become a complete transformational leader, wherein which you will have a full-fledged, furnished personality, and everybody will be very much happy with your attitude towards life, because you will be that particular person who will be leading thousands of various other soldiers and various other army men. So being a leader through IMA is very much important. Now let us go through by understanding about what is the Indian Naval Academy. Okay, so INA is the Initial Officer Training Academy of Indian Navy. IMA trains for the Indian Army, whereas INA trains for the Indian Navy. Indian Naval Academy is located at Azimala in Kannur district of Kerala. Indian Naval Academy conducts basic training for all officers inducted into Indian Navy and the Indian Coast Guard also, and INA is the largest naval academy in Asia. Okay, so this academy is inaugurated on 8th of January 2009. INA carries its motto as Vidyaya Amrita Mashnute, which can be translated as be immortal through knowledge. The motto of INA is shaping future naval leadership. So if you're a part of INA, then you would be a world-class naval leader. So that also is a very prestigious one to be there. And now we shall go through the mission of INA. The mission of INA is to develop the trainees morally, mentally, physically, and to imbibe in them the high ideals of loyalty, valor, and patriotism in order to provide the service with officers who are dedicated to a career of naval service and have a potential for future development to assume the highest responsibility of leadership. So being a part of INA is not a simple task. Many number of people apply for the CDS examination, and it is very less number of people who are successful in getting into INA or IMA. So these are a very prestigious academies. Now we shall understand about what is the Indian Air Force Academy in brief. Air Force Academy is located in Medchal, Malkajgiri district, that is of about 43 kilometers from the state's capital, Telangana's capital, Hyderabad. Okay, AFA imparts training to flying, technical and ground duty branches of Indian Air Force as well as officers of Indian Navy and Indian Coast Guard. So the major point that you have to remember is, if any particular person is inducted into the flying branch, let he be a pilot in the Indian Navy, or let him be a pilot in Indian Coast Guard or a pilot in Indian Air Force. All of the military pilots will be trained here in the Air Force Academy itself. So that is a very important point. And the training period of AFA is fixed. It is about 1 year, and women cadets are started, they are being inducted since June of 1993 in AFA. The motto of AFA is Shram Se Siddhi, which means accomplishment through exertion. Air Force Academy carries a very beautiful mission, and that is to inspire and transform outstanding young men and women into courageous, dynamic, intellectual and cultured young air warriors motivated to lead one of the leading aerospace forces of the world in service to the nation. Training at AFA is designed to inculcate moral values, leadership qualities, sense of honor and duty, mental and physical prowess, a spirit of adventure, and the will to win in the flight cadets. So being a part of AFA is also being a very prestigious responsibility to possess. All of these three academies provide permanent commission, and the most important point that you have to remember is, if you're qualifying the CDS examination with ample amount of marks to get into these three academies, then you can assure that you will be getting a permanent commission. Going on with the Officers Training Academy. Now that we understood about the Indian Military Academy, the Indian Naval Academy and the Air Force Academy that provide the permanent commission to young officers, now we will understand about the OTA Chennai, which provides us the Short Service Commission. Okay, now what is a Short Service Commission? Short Service Commission is that where in which you will work for a period, a compulsory period of around 10 years, and with an extension of about an extra 4 years. That means you will be working for a maximum period for about 14 years only. Now, as per the new notification from the Supreme Court and the new proceedings of the Supreme Court, both male and female officers, after their 14 years of the service as a short service commissioned officers, they can approach towards the army establishments and they can appeal to convert their short service commission into the permanent commission. Now, that is being done. Previously, this was being done only for the male officers. That means only the short service commission male officers were getting the permanent commission, and after 14 years of service, women officers used to retire. But as per the new proceedings from this particular year, even the women officers are eligible to apply for permanent commission. So, the course duration in OTA Chennai is about 49 weeks, whereas the OTA prepares the graduates for all branches of the army except for the Army Medical Corps. Okay, so also there is an additional point that you have to consider, that women cannot join in the combat battalions and various other important branches of the Indian Army. So what all important sections that women can join and they can acquire, all of them are already given, and an explanation and a lecture for that is given in the miscellaneous section. So I request all of you to please go and check in that particular section. Going on with the motto of OTA. Motto of OTA is serve with honor. Now we will understand about the detailed analysis about what is actually the Short Service Commission. Short Service Commission officers tenure is 10 plus 4 years. That means compulsory 10 years of service and 4 years as extension. After the completion of this tenure, the officers can opt for a permanent commission, which will be given only based upon the performance seen by the confidential reports and various other important reports, and or they can even opt out from the Indian Army. So most aspirants who take OTA over IMA are engineering graduates or could be even MBA holders. Clearly, they have an alternate option or career after retirement. Candidates with a passion for both the uniform and their respective careers join OTA in order to go after their passion after retirement, which is a mere 10 to 14 years. However, let it be known, OTA or the IMA, officers passing out from both the academies are brilliant and are completely dedicated towards serving the nation. Also, let it be known that OTA pass outs are not entitled for a pension unless they opt for PC. Both the sets of officers are extremely dedicated and motivated to serve the country with utmost dedication. Now also we have to understand about a few more extra points that the ex-NDA and CTW officers have a slight edge over their SSC counterparts in courses owing to the fact that they have trained in 3 years more than the SSC entries. So this is a very additional point that you have to remember, and you can convert from a short service commission to a permanent commission. However, the vice versa is not at all possible. Now, what is actually the CDS exam? CDS exam is a written test conducted by UPSC 2 times every year for entries into these academies. CDS written exam has 3 different tests, namely a test of English, general knowledge and the mathematics. Okay, notification for this particular exam is released in the months of March and in the August, and examination is conducted in the months of February and August. Okay, now we shall understand about the age limit for the CDS examination. If you are trying to opt for the IMA, then your age must be between 19 to 24 years. For Indian Naval Academy, it is 19 to 22 years. For Air Force Academy, it is 19 to 23 years. Whereas for Officers Training Academy, it is 19 to 25 years. So it is 19 to 25 for OTA, 19 to 24 for IMA, 19 to 23 for AFA, and 19 to 22 years for Indian Naval Academy. Now, what are the educational qualifications for CDSC? If you are trying to opt to join into the Indian Army, either in IMA or OTA, then you must just have a degree from a recognized university or equivalent. Okay, please remember, it can be any degree, but you must have a degree. That means you should be a graduate. But if in case you want to join the Indian Naval Academy, then it is very much important that you must possess a Bachelor of Science with Physics and Mathematics, or you should be having a BTech degree, okay, or a Bachelor of Engineering or Bachelor of Technology degree. So having a BE or BTech or BSc with Physics or Mathematics is compulsory for Indian Naval Academy. It is same for the Air Force Academy. However, in case of Air Force Academy, BSc with Physics is acceptable, BSc with Mathematics is acceptable, BSc with Physics and Mathematics is acceptable, and BE and BTech are also acceptable. But in case of INA, BSc with both Physics and Mathematics is acceptable. Now, I will not discuss in much more detail about the educational qualification because already it is being discussed in the further sessions. So, I am refraining here. If you want to go through in much more detail about the educational qualification, I request you to go through that particular session. Going on in the coming up sessions, we shall understand about what is actually the selection procedure. That means after you qualify the exam, what all things are going to happen further, and what is the procedure, and what are the further other tests that are being performed on you, and what is the examination pattern. And you should also be very much clear about the age cutoff and when and how is the exam conducted, the syllabus of the examination, the study plans that you have to adopt, and how to increase your success rate. All of these will be discussed in the coming up session. So I request you to stay tuned to SSB Crack exams, and this will be very much helpful for you. And so that is it with this particular session. For more content and authentic information about the examination and the detailed study procedure, you can visit our website, and I highly recommend you to download our Android app from Google Play Store. We dream to fulfill your dreams, so always stay motivated, work smart, and Jai Hind.